All right. Today we're here with
Steven.
All right, what did you do today?
I got top 32 at YCS LA, 250th.
Yeah, second biggest YCS in NA. Yeah, good job.
So yeah, we're getting the profile. I play Kashtira. I think it's the best deck. I mean, it is based on numbers. Yes, it loses some specific tech cards, but I think you do have more options of playing through them than people get credit for, so I just stuck with it. 3 Fenrir, 3 Unicorn. So I play 3 Rise Heart. People cut this down to 1, which I think is crazy. I think 2 is more standard, but I just want to see Engine every game 1, because if you don't open Engine, you're guaranteed to lose. So the fact that this card's like subpar to draw isn't the end of the world. There's also games like I special the first one, and they have to interact with it immediately, because like the banish is going to give you a plus through Kathiosis, and then they interact with it, and then I just normal the second one. So that comes up occasionally. I side these out a lot, but I think it's better to have more Engine game 1 so you don't brick. 1 Ogre, 1 Tier on the Cashier, 1 Scarecrow. So like I said, Engine is good. These 2 are standard naturally. This one I think is good because another extender comes up occasionally, as well as the extra milling is good to trigger a Rise Heart again, so that's to get extra value in specific scenarios. Again, easy side out target. And then only hand shop I played was 3 Ash. I think hand shops are okay right now, they're not insane, but I still want something for branded. I also want some form of interruption from the hand. So if I'm getting evenly or lightning storm, then I have a way of actually interacting with them. I just don't want to play hand shops that felt dead in specific matchups. And I think Ash is the only one that feels really truly universal. And then spell cards, big plants to terraforming. I also played this package. So I didn't want to side much back row removal just because of how tight my side deck was, and so I wanted to play more back row removal in the main. And one of the ways was playing this. So the first effect is you just search Scareclaw, Scareclaw, Kashtira. The second effect is if you 3 or more defensive position monsters on the board, you pop a card. So it's a form of back row removal that's also an engine. So now I'm playing 3 extra copies of back row removal. That's still engine. Also, set rotation is insane versus Signature Runic, which I was expecting a large amount of. Because if you ever resolve this, you're getting your engine going and you're killing the fountain, which they can interact with. All these cards performed fine. They weren't insane, but like I said, the whole philosophy behind this deck is engine is good. I just want as many chances to play and push through like the single books as possible. And then 3 Birth, 3 Kathiosis, 3 Plot. I didn't play Desires. I think it was too much conflicts with this. The big problem is that, or my philosophy is I shouldn't playing consistency cards that reduce consistency. So if I'm playing more plots and I draw multiple, it doesn't happen that much, but it kind of cancels itself out. Like I'm going to brick more by trying to play something more consistent, so I just decided not to play them. And then only 2 spell tech cards were 2 Book, 2 Econ. I think these cards are insane in the mirror, but I expected a more varied field, which there was, and so I just decided to stick with 2 of them as opposed to like playing a large count of them. And then other tech cards, 3 Imperm, again, similar as Ash. It's just universal. The one problem with this that I really dislike is I have to set this into my board, so if I'm getting lightning storm evenly, it hurts. That's the only thing, but I think the flexibility with how universal it is worth playing it. And then 3 evenly in the main. This card was okay throughout the event. I don't think it was insane, but I really wanted to spec sprite this event, and being able to go, book or imperm or whatever interaction first to bait the carrot, and then evenly them means you just win the game. But dead drawing it going first was a nuisance. Would I continue to play 3 going forward? Probably, as long as sprite is a good deck. But for the mirrors, I'd rather just keep it inside just so I don't dead draw going first. And then 1 Big Bang, I didn't play prep. I think it's just too bricky too many times. You're getting blown up by back row removal, doesn't help, but then you just dead draw it too much where I need a better card that does something. The one thing with this is I actually added a back off Kathiosis. Like I just resolved this card probably half a dozen times with the event. So that was at least kind of cool.
So you like playing Ogre but not prep?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. The reason you play Ogre is because you want to search this, because the 5 block combo that ends on a Rise Heart is 3 cards is you have to play this to search it. But I just don't think prep's worth playing in general. So
yeah.
And Ogre again is just another name, worst case scenario. I can side it out. And the first effect of Ogre, the second effect of Ogre is really good as well. There's game states where we're simplifying. I just need them not the top deck, and then I just trigger its effect when attacking, and I know they're gonna dead draw. Extra deck, 3 Rise Heart. I do double Rise Heart a lot because it's the best follow up. Kaiju's really popular. I mean, it's probably the card I built my deck around the most. So getting Kaiju just means when you have 2 of them, their specs are still triggering because their cards are getting banished. You're still getting follow up. Double String, Double Zeus. I think these are standard. Double Big Eye. I think you have to play Double Big Eye. The main way to get make a board in the mirror, if you evenly, is that they're going to keep a Rise Star and you just need to bait it, then you Big Eye their Rise Star, and then make your own, so you have 2 Rise on the pass back. And so if you're not playing multiple, you rip one of these, and then you can't do that, so your board's a bit worse. 1 Mind Hacker, 1 Dark Armed, 1 Baron. I think it's standard. Some people cut this. I think even with just 3 Ash, as opposed to like playing Mourners or E-Tellies, it still comes up occasionally, and then it wins games. It's like game states, so there's no reason not to play it. And then one Honor, and then my tech cards for Prosperity were 1 False Knight and 1 Skullwagon. So like I said, I'm building this deck around Kaijus. These cards just guarantee that you're able to play in the follow-up. You're always able to keep your engine going once you play, so you never like have nothing. And then when he's sent to the grave, the next turn you can banish him from the grave. This monster spots a spell, so it just means that if they break your board, you're then very easily able to break back and reset up. They weren't saying this event, but they came up a few times where it's like popping a Zeus on the play back or popping their Revise, and then that's much easier to play. Side deck, 3 Shifter, because I mean Shifter, the Shuring is also a very scary deck. 1 Pankratops. I don't see many people play this, but it's a level 7. It's also out to Floodgate leg card, so might as well. 3 Kaijus. I played the level 7, so I don't know if this was correct over Gamma Steel. Like, yes, it's bad to give to your opponent who's playing Cash, because then they can just do stuff with it, but you can also normal summon under Birth, so that's the reason I played that over Gamma Steel. It never came up. 3 Joels. This is just like a tech card, a favorite card of mine. I always put this in just for random decks. I put this in versus Cash just because if I don't know which direction they make me go in terms of first or second, then this card is good both ways, but really not for the cast matchup. It's just like if I sit down against Drytron or Dark World or all these other like random decks, this card just wins the game. So this is always in my list regardless of whether it should be good or not. And then 1 Duster. So my only other back row removal, so I mean I had the Evenings in the main, but I was really afraid of back row decks. I just didn't play any because I didn't think they're that good, so it was a fair meta call there. 3 Dark Ruler. I think this is the best card versus Sprite and the Trigger Runic. Especially when you open 1 hand shot plus Dark Ruler, you just hit the Runic engine and then Dark Ruler the Naturias, and then you play freely. This card is really good this event. And then 1 Pointer is my only go first card. I didn't think there was any really super good go first cards. Like most of the go first cards just trades with it's either Deep Air, which is just make them play awkward, but Cash is fine under it, or it's trading with like 1 specific card in the form of Judgment, but it's more on their choice. I just decided not to play any, and then decided to play a Pointer. I never drew it, but it's, you know, your go first card is fine.
All right, congrats. And you did top 32 today?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, any changes you would have made?
No, I'm pretty happy with this list. I recently learned that there's a time card that works for Kashtira. That's one of the Raid Raptor cards. Because I lost some time to top 32. We were in a grind game, so it wasn't like, you know, it just, I got slow play or anything. It's just, I had the opportunity to go for that if I played it, and I didn't play it naturally. So that might have been good, but apart from that, I was really happy with the list.
All right, and any shout-outs today?
Shout out all the Hamilton guys, Ema, Lucas, Thomas, also the entire council, Rubina, as well as Luca and Harry, who I came down with.
All right, congrats again,
Thank you.
and thank you.